So we've hung the hammers and revisited the piano, retook our samples, spaced the hammers to the strings, and we've come out to the bench, set up bedding, strike, and it's now time to record the hammer scale. And the trick is to draw your line after you've lowered the hammer. The next step is to record the heights of the templates in case we turn a wrong knob and suddenly we're not sure if this is in the right place or something bumps it. In any case, if we create the record in a very specific place, then we can recreate that exact height, even though this may or may not be perfectly in the plane with the action. So I'm taking the front of my regulating rack feet flush and placing them flush to the guides that I've placed on my MDF surface. And I'm going to take my measurements at the outermost notes, which I now have a scale for. So it's a very specific place, and if anything happens, we'll have confidence to be able to reset it in the right place and not have to go back to the piano. Now I have written on the plunger the names of the sample notes. The registration holes are on an angle, and so they can't be confused with each other, and there are two sides to the plunger. So we'll have up to 10 samples. In this case, we'll need 8. Okay, so the first one, you just lift it up. Go to the first hole, make a mark, go to the second. So this gives us a record that, has a pattern to it that is recognizable. Let's see if I can make sure you can see it at a glance if you've done it before. And when we say we're setting up note number 1, we just place that little dot in the hole. Now, a curious thing about this is that actually you can see a little bit of the dot in number 5, because weirdly there's number 1, and there's number 5, and actually it's a little bit higher. Number 1 is a bass string, overstrung scale. Obviously 57 is a treble string, and in theory there's a difference of about 5/16 of an inch. If you just have a 2-tier bore, which is commonplace and the tradition, then you've got all your bass notes with one bore and all your treble notes with another bore. Where do you measure from? Do you split the difference? There's an overall curve to the plate that has created this situation. Plus, this is tilted up. That may be curve of the plate, but it also may be a design feature that this curves down a little bit and this curves up. But overall, we'll benefit by having custom bored hammers. And please like, subscribe, or follow the link in the notes to my website.